Hello and welcome to a new video. We are today picking up this car, but that's in a future video. And right now I'm sitting in a Peugeot 208 electric. And we're having a look what this car can do, and yeah, taking a little road trip pretty much. What is on? I gotta push this button. All right, so yeah, let's have a look what this car does and how it drives. It's the original spec, the 2020 model, I think. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm just gonna plug in my phone, getting ready to drive to our destination, and then we're ready to go. First thing you'll notice when you're in here is this 3D style gauge cluster behind the steering wheel, which is pretty good, looking really nice. Also, the materials used in here aren't too bad. Yeah, they are quite plasticky. It's not the most premium, I have to say, but it's also not bad. It's what you expect from a Peugeot. I would say you won't buy this if you are a driving enthusiast, but it's not a bad car. So it takes you from A to B as you want it to. It also has D and B mode down here. So in B mode, of course, you get a lot more regen, and it does have a blended brake pedal. So you can see the charge indicator changes when I'm pushing the brake pedal, at least until like 10 kilometers an hour. Otherwise, plasticky, but with nice carbon optics. Plasticky down there. That's plasticky. That's vegan leather, I think, just as the steering wheel itself as well. Yeah, a lot of piano black in the center console. That's a bummer. I would prefer this to be maybe matte black or matte gray or something like that. You get CarPlay and Android Auto, but only wired as far as I know, so that's a bit sad, but it still works pretty fine. The in-car infotainment is not too good, but yeah, it currently says that we have almost 240 kilometers of range. We'll see about that. On the way here, we drove like 130-ish kilometers, and we used 80% or 70% or something like that to get here. But we also kind of ripped it. We stood on the accelerator like crazy. So yeah, that might be the reason for that. But yeah, let's just drive this to the supercharger for now, because we need to charge the car in front of us. And yeah, then I might have some more thoughts on this car. But for now, let's just enjoy driving it. So here we have this nice thing, this small little car. To be fair, or just so you know, that's my colleague's car, so it's not a rental test car or anything. It's his personal car, and it's already driven almost 60,000 kilometers. Yeah, I already told you about the materials. What I also like is the really small steering wheel. It's even smaller than my Model 3's steering wheel. That's really, really good to drive. The car has 100 kilowatts, I think, of power at the motor, and around 50-ish kilowatts, kilowatt hours, of course, of battery, I think, if I remember correctly. It can charge up to like 70-ish kilowatts. We are now getting almost nothing because we're pretty much full. And we're currently at the supercharger because we just charged a Tesla and it made sense. So yeah, you do have pretty good room in the front seat. If I'm gonna go sit behind myself, I'm 1 meter 77, around that, almost 180. Let's just get some stuff away from here. It's not too bad. I can sit pretty good. I have enough leg room or knee room to the front, about a fist, but my thighs don't lie on the seat completely, and I can't put my feet too far up under the seat, or I can put them up under the seat, but there is something in the way and I have to put them on there, and the seat is not yet all the way down, so if I were to put it all the way down, there wouldn't be too much room there. You have some back pockets here. Those are quite large. That's good. Also door pockets for some room. You have no center armrest that you could get out of here. So that's a bummer. It's also 60-40 to get the backrests down, and you got a really small trunk in the back. No front as far as I remember. Here you can see the trunk. It's also not electric. That's pretty small. A lot of stuff in there, of course. This particular car also doesn't have a rear view camera or any camera at all. It does have ultrasonic sensors. They work quite fine, I would say. The seats are comfortable as far as I can tell right now. Yeah, we're pretty much fully charged. So let's unplug this boy. Yep, great. I think we are fully charged. You have this stupid flap here. Let's, I would rip this away, but okay. Manual charge port door. That's okay. I'm gonna put my jacket in the back and then we're gonna go on the Autobahn. So we are in the car. To start it, we have to push this button. Doesn't start when you push the brake. And you have your gear selector here in the center console. You have to push this unlock button and then pull it all the way back. And then you can pull back once more for B mode to have pretty much one pedal driving. You got some room there. You got your glove box over there. Also door pockets in here. That's all fine. The software is not the best, but it works okay. CarPlay works as well, but is pretty small because all of the climate control stuff always stays there. That's a weird decision, I would say. Those buttons feel not bad, only single direction. And you have your soft buttons over there for the software stuff, charging, app connectivity, phone, car stuff, maps, which works okay, climate control, which is okay as well, and music, which is CarPlay right now, but only wired, as I said. You have your drive modes, Eco, Standard, and Sport. It's pretty much pedal mapping, maybe climate control stuff, but not too much difference. Currently it says 290 kilometers. We have to go about 90 kilometers, I would say, right now, to get to my car. So there's a lot of that is about half of it is 120 kph limited, and the other half is de-restricted. So we're gonna see how much energy we will use. I would guess around 70-ish%, but we'll see. Yeah, let's just rip it on the Autobahn, I would say. Yeah, that's my thoughts so far. Let's go. More things that came to my mind. The sign recognition works pretty good. It detects the signs and shows them in there. That's working great. Way better than my Tesla does it, but it's not so hard. Tesla doesn't do it so well. This particular car doesn't have any lane assist or adaptive cruise control. It does have non-adaptive cruise control, but I'm not that big of a fan of that because you still have to pay way more attention than with the adaptive one. And we don't get any blind spot monitoring systems, I think, at least. It might also have shown something in there when I indicated towards an upcoming car from behind, but I didn't see it 100%, so I'm not completely sure. It doesn't have any in the mirrors. The inside mirror is automatically dimming, but with the light sensor up top, so that if you're not used to it, it kind of gets a bit in the way when you're looking behind you. Not a big problem, but just things I noticed. Also at higher speeds, and with higher speeds I mean above 100 kilometers an hour, which isn't that fast normally, you get some wind noise, you also get some motor noise, or maybe also tire, I'm not sure, might be the winter tires, or it's all season, all weather. I'm not completely sure about that. I have to take a look at that when we're at our destination. So yeah, that's that. Does this guy want to get ahead of us? Yep, that's okay. Yeah, so that's for the assistant systems. It also has this view for assists, but as it doesn't have any, it doesn't show anything. So yeah, that's interesting. You can also switch modes to whatever different things it has here. Power meter, energy graph. You can do some personal dashboards, I guess. I'm not sure what's set up there. Yeah, I don't know. Personal one. Is it any different? Yep. Current consumption. That's interesting. I'm gonna keep that there. Also consumptions. I'm gonna show you later on when we're at our destination. We couldn't rip it too much because the de-restricted zone until now was pretty heavy traffic, and we went maybe 130 mostly. Not too good there, but yeah, that's it for now, my thoughts. So yeah, let's continue on. All right, so let's see what the average consumption is. I'm not completely sure where we have to look, but I found some screen that's called statistics, and I've got an average consumption of 21.7 over the last, I don't know, can I select that here? I can't. I'm not so sure. Ah, here we go. Over the last 1 hour, yeah, that's about right. 21.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers on the Autobahn, with mostly 120-ish kilometers an hour, sometimes faster. I have range of 102 kilometers left, so we use about 160 on a distance of 90 kilometers. So you pretty much do have to drive max 120 to get the range that the car tells you it has. That's not too bad. You can live with that. Then, driving and speed. The suspension is great. It's soft, but not too soft. It's good for the speeds the car can drive. And there we are already at top speed, 150 kilometers an hour. Not that fast. Fine for every country that's not Germany. when you're in Germany, 150 is okay. My Golf did that as well, and I lived very good with it. So that's all fine. But yeah, for longer distances, I prefer to drive a bit faster. But I'm also just used to it because my car can do it. So yeah, I guess that's also just what your personal preferences are and priorities. All in all, I would say the car is a great primary car if you don't need too much room. Maybe you live in a city or something. Then you get enough space for 4 passengers on shorter trips. You can easily go maybe on vacation once or twice a year. I wouldn't choose this car if I regularly travel more than 300 kilometers, because the charging speed is not too high, with the 70-ish kilowatts of max speed. The range with 200-ish kilometers, maybe 250 if you drive really eco-ish, is possible, but much more than that, yeah, I would choose another car. If you would find this as a deal for maybe 25,000 kilometers on the odometer, for city driving, for normal shorter trips up to 200 kilometers, then it's a great car. Definitely go buy it. It's good for that. If you prefer modern and fast software, then maybe not. Navigating through this is not bad. We can switch to maps down here, and you can see that's all how you are used to from a car infotainment standpoint. But yeah, it's not like my Tesla does it, for example, or like the Chinese cars, most of them do it. You saw the ZQX in my last video, which was a whole another level of software, just like that. But you can use CarPlay, that works fine. CarPlay only with USB-A in this model year. I'm not sure if they changed it in the newer cars, but you have USB-C for charging your devices, and also in the back, if I remember correctly, there should also be, I think, 2 USB-C ports back there, so that's all fine. Yeah, and I would say that's pretty much all. I hope I didn't forget anything, but if I did, I might add that right now. Just to add that real quick, the lights are not that bad. They are good, I would say. It's not that dark inside here, so I can't say for sure, but it looks okay. Also, automatic headlights and automatic windscreen wipers, so that's good. There's Ghost, and yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So, and high beams, pretty bright. No automatic high beams, it seems, but that's okay. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.